The story so far. After Gosky confirms Layton's suspicions, the professor identifies Bloom as a Targent spy, which leads to the detective's arrest. With all their preparations complete, our heroes head for the Bostonius, ready to set out on their travels. Okay, so last time we've noticed someone was calling for Layton. So let's check. Oh, a blissful boot. And here are Layton's parents. Herschel, I'm so glad we caught you. Ma? Pa? What are you doing here? We heard that you were setting off on a grand trip around the world, and you never breathed a word of it. Yes, we rushed over here right away. We were lucky with the buses, thank goodness. Honestly though, you could have given us a ring before you left. Come on, Ma. You know I travel for work from time to time. You wait till you have children, Herschel Layton. You never stop worrying about them, not even when they're all grown up. I know you, a quiet, respectable academic with a tendency to do wild and extraordinary things when the fancy takes him. Just like someone else I know when she was younger. Didn't you once set off on a trip to John O'Groats with nothing but a fishing rod and a penknife, Ma? That was 40 years ago, Herschel. It was a different world. Now I've brought you some of my cherry fruitcake for your trip. Thank you, Ma. That's very thoughtful of you. Well then, I should get going. Thank you for coming all the way here to see me off. It was nothing, son. Anyway, enjoy your trip. And do give your old parents some news while you're away. Yes, send us a postcard now and again. I promise, and I'll come by to see you when I get back. Aww. Okay, into the Bostonius we go. Ah, Professor, have you said your goodbyes? Yes, so I'm somewhat puzzled. How on earth did they find out about this journey? Ah, well, there is no great mystery there. It was I who contacted your parents. I'm sorry that I did it behind your back. Do you mean to say that you know my parents? Indeed, I owe a great debt to them, from a time long before I became an archaeologist. As such, I have followed your career with some interest. That is why I knew to write to you when I needed a reliable partner. Ah, I see. Well, thank you. No, thank you, Professor. I hope you don't feel as though I am dragging you all into this without any say. Not at all. We have come this far and we intend to see it through to the end. I'm glad to hear it. There is something I would like to show you. Here, look at this illustration. What the? Is that an Azran egg? It is. This is how they are depicted in Donald Rutledge's Ancient Histories. Rutledge supposed the eggs to be decorative, pretty ornaments. He never believed them to have any special power or meaning. I see. Then the Azran hid their true purpose well. A wise move. Though enshrined in most hidden places, the Azran knew that the eggs would one day be found. And they were, or at least one was, which means the others may also have been uncovered and passed from hand to hand. Exactly, which means locating them now won't be a simple endeavour. I hardly expect to stumble across them by chance. I understand, Professor, but that is rather far from the course in our field, wouldn't you say? Haha, yes, archaeology is not for the impatient. Well then, let's get going. Very well, sir. Now, if you would all be seated, we will be taking off shortly. And off we go flying to our adventure. Savings, saving. Okay. Do. Chapter 4. The Hunt for the Eggs. The Bostonius is really something. It's like a home away from home, and a flying one at that. She should serve us well in the long journey to come. Now, let's enter the locations indicated in the Azran dome into the system. Ah! Are you going to teach us how to fly? As much as I'd like you to hold the reins, Luke, I merely wanted to introduce you to our state-of-the-art navigation system. Now listen carefully. First, I'd like you to examine that monitor up there above the flight controls. Choose a destination on screen and Raymond will set the course. If you ever find yourself some distance away, please don't hesitate to call him via the airship icon on the touchscreen. I am confident you will find Raymond quite dependable. He has been an invaluable aid to me over the years. So we just need to touch destination set off? How convenient. That's pretty much the same as how the London buses work. So you understand then? Excellent. No need for me to explain twice. New episodes have been added to the show. New articles have been added to the World Times. That's over and done with. Let's check the monitor. Oh. Simply touch destination and the Bostonius will take us there in no time. Okay. There's either Throneberg, Cod, London, Jungle, Island, Desert, Hillside or Wall City. We will go with the jungle. An untamed jungle that's home to many undiscovered species. It's a shame its delights remain a mystery to the world. Let's travel there. According to what we discovered in the Azran Dome, there ought to be an egg around here. It looks so tropical and green. It's going to be boiling out there, isn't it? And have you seen how thick the jungle is? How are we ever going to find a tiny little egg in the middle of all that? Dense as it may be, Luke, your keen eye must have caught a glimpse of the small village amongst the foliage, no? A village? Well, I did spot a clearing, but it was just full of enormous mushrooms. Indeed, and I find it unlikely that they grow to such size naturally. One should be wary of making assumptions, though. You're right, Professor. We should investigate and see for ourselves. Indeed, whether this hypothetical village exists or not, we'll find our answer around 100 yards north of here. Okay, so in our little map, we shall go to there. Oh. It's weird. Mushroom houses. Just look at all these fabulous colours. I'm sorry, but you'll have to spare me a few minutes for my photo album. It must be difficult to live in such a remote place. I must confess I didn't think we would encounter such a vibrant settlement as this. It's not even marked on the map, almost as though it was some kind of lost paradise. I think I prefer a less pongy paradise. Quite. Now, I'd like to speak to that young man over there. He may help us find the egg for our nostrils seal up in protest. This is a real brain scratcher. No, oh no, my hair, it's got me. It's eating my hand. Excuse me, sir, we were wondering if you could assist. It's eating me alive! What? You don't get it? Duh. I don't have time for this. It's almost sundown. What? Well, that's not exactly how I foresaw that conversation going. What on earth was he doing? Maybe that's just a normal way for people to act in this village. I don't think that's a normal way for people to act anywhere, Aurora. Ah, there's a lady over there. If at first you don't succeed. Oh no, not her. And she got a puzzle. What? What? What in heavens is that funny looking thing on your head? Ah, good day, madam. If you're referring to this gentleman's hat, it is actually considered to be a rather severe item of clothing. No, not the hat. I'm talking about what's on your head. I don't believe there's anything on Professor Sycamore's head. Are you quite sure? Yes, of course I'm sure. Oh dear, my sides are splitting. It's your hair. What's with those funny little bunches? They're so curly, like piggy tails. Oh, oh my God, Desmond's not happy. Piggy tails. Puzzle number 45. Piglet racing. These adorable little piglets are about to take part in a race, but they won't be able to start until they're lined up in the correct traps, as indicated by the numbers on their backs. The little piggies are scared of being moved around on their own, so you'll need to pick them up 2 at a time. Do you think you can move them all to the correct place in time for the starter's gun? So, use the stylus to slide the pen and position it above the 2 animals you want to pick up. When the pen is full, slide it along until both animals are above unoccupied traps. Then lift the stylus to deposit the animals. Should be simple enough. Here's our little piglets. 1, 3, 5, 4, 2. So, we'll move them, put them to the right. We'll move 1 and 2, put them there. 5 and 3. That's how you do it.
Let's try this.
Poor Desmond.
Puzzles are a tonic for the mind.
But it's correct. You're in hog heaven. Great work. You saved the piglet race. Why do you even have the piglet race? Jesus. Okay, that's an index. And we got Amanita's request. Alright, I've calmed down now. No need to get your knickers in a twist. Anyhow, welcome to our humble home of fungi. I'm Amanita. We don't usually accept outsiders, but I think we can make an exception for you lovely people. While I can't say I appreciate the slight against my hair, I admit this place is fascinating. And the name, very evocative. Ah, we haven't introduced ourselves. Desmond Sycamore, archaeologist. It's a pleasure. Herschel Layton. Like Professor Sycamore here, I also work in the field of archaeology. I see that the allure of puzzles pervades even the most remote of regions. Ah, well, puzzles are a bit of a trend around here. Don't be too surprised if someone suddenly springs one on you. That you chose now to be the moment to warn us about that is something of a puzzle in itself. Listen, I'm really sorry about laughing at you. It's just, I'd completely forgotten how curly a man's hair could be. I see. The people of fungi do seem to sport a rather particular hairstyle, I must say. If anyone starts giving you a rough time about being here, just tell them Manita let you in. That'll sort them. You kept a level head and solved my puzzle, even after I've got in your hair, and such wonderful hair too. For that I'm grateful, Professor Pigtails. Sycamore. Excuse me, Manita, but we have a favour to ask, if you don't mind. We're looking for a small egg-shaped stone marked with engravings. Have you seen it? Sure, I've seen it. Go straight ahead and you'll come to the grand stage. It's right there. The grand stage, you say? Thank you for your help, Manita. You've been most kind. Not a problem. Besides, I'm looking forward to seeing your performance. Oh, nothing at all. Go on ahead and you'll see for yourself. Got more to the map to the grand stage. Let's head over there then. They've gathered quite the crowd here. I presume this is the grand stage that Amanita spoke of. Everyone looks really excited. Look at all the decorations. They are quite striking. I would wager that there is some sort of traditional festival taking place. Ah, that's just what I was thinking, Fessa. I'm sure. It's true. I worked it out from, what's going on around us. Well, that's very perceptive of you, Luke. Perhaps you can tell me then, what might the reason for this festival be? Well... Don't worry, Luke. At this precise moment, nor can I. Let's just observe the festivities a little, shall we? Ah! There's the man we saw at the entrance. What's he doing? Okay, let's see what's happening. Hey, Chief, coming up with this routine's been a real brain scratcher. A brain scratcher, see? No, I don't see. What are you getting at, boy? Okay, how about this? Oh no, my hair is eating me. It's eating my hand. See? It's like my hand's being eaten by my hair. I don't see what you're on about, and you're starting to get on my nerves. This festival's been going on for days now, and all these acts have been going right over my head. Get off the stage. I can't feel my lumbago acting up again. Oh, come on, Chief. A little smirk never hurt anyone. Why don't you give it a try? Oh, what's the point? I've gone through all my best material. You won't even raise an eyebrow. It's no use. No use? Chezzy, love, you're not trying hard enough. Just think of something to really grab his attention. But Chief Morio's been like this for weeks now. Even if I went back up there and fell flat on my face, that stage would still be a laughter-free zone. Oh, cheer up, love. Life's a bed of roses and they come with forms to be. You've got to be thick-skinned. What peculiar people. Are they involved in some kind of contest? If I had to guess, I'd say they're trying to make the village chief laugh. So it would seem, Luke, and I certainly can't fault them for their efforts. But surely this ritual has some bearing on the Aura Stone, does it not? I don't think so. It just looks like a party to me. Then why does he have it around his neck? Oh, he does. Ah! Look, Professor! It's the egg! Look! Yes, I'm looking, my boy. Our esteemed chief does indeed seem to be in possession of the egg. He doesn't look like the sort of person who'd just let us have it. Luke, at times like this, a gentleman must always remain positive. It can't hurt to ask. So, in our mysteries, the deadpan chief. The fierce chief of fungi steadfastly refuses to so much as smile, no matter how much the locals try and entertain him. A festival with the aim of making him laugh has been going on for days now. Why won't he laugh? The poor man hasn't laughed in weeks. Perhaps he's just not a very cheerful sort. I think I've got an idea. Bruh, think you can barge right in front of me? Not a chance. Oh, I will speak to you then. Oh, I see what your game is. Here I am putting my heart and soul into my work for the village, and you think you can just come along and steal my thunder? What did we do? We were simply hoping to attain an audience with your chief to discuss the possibility of a trade. Knew it. You've got that beady look in your eyes. Well, you, sir, will not be skipping your way down the queue. Not you, not anyone. Got it? Oh no, really? We were just watching the festival. Don't want to take part. Not so hasty, Luke. If we can make the village elder laugh, is it not possible that he might be willing to part with the egg? Oh, good thinking, Professor. In that case, yes. We would like to skip our way down the queue. Sure, that's great. Except I already told you. No, I'm not having it. Oh, right. Professor, I guess not everyone here is as friendly as Manita. Hold on a sec. Did you say, Manita? What's she's got to do with this? As a matter of fact, Manita was the gracious lady who directed us here. So she's giving you special treatment, then, eh? Ah, can't win, can I? I only wanted my turn. Just because I look angry doesn't mean I want to be. Wow, that was easy. Looks like we have our chance now, Professor. Let's talk to Chief Morrell. Just a moment, Luke. As gentlemen, it won't do to act arrogantly in the face of tradition. You must approach this carefully, in an appropriate manner. All right. So, how do we do that? Wow, what's going on? Just a dash of preparation before the big performance. Now, after you, Luke, with aplomb. Oh, oh dear.
Quack, quack.
What the hell? Don't give up, you two. I admire their courage. I, for one, could not do whatever it is they're doing. Luke is making a brave attempt to blur the boundaries of man and beast. Ha ha ha! Cracking! The chief must be enjoying this. Oh dear. Or not. No luck, it would seem. It's a disaster. We throw all this comedy gold at him and he won't even give us a grin. Something's definitely not right. I take it your elder wasn't always of this less than sunny disposition. No, and we haven't a clue what's changed him. He used to be the life of the party, but now he acts as if he's turned toxic. Our stalwart opponent stood his ground this time. Perhaps a crab impersonation would have more charm. I got right up close, pulling all sorts of faces at him, but still not even a titter. Well, never mind, it was a gallant effort nonetheless. You're up next, Professor Sycamore. Maybe your hair would do the trick. Certainly made Manita crack up. Well, rather than relying on my fashionable hairstyle, I thought I'd have a shot at some good old British comedy. A bit of dry humour for that wet blanket. That should cheer up Mr. Morrell. You tell jokes, Professor? Good luck, then. Professor Sycamore's cutting wit may be just the solution to our comedic dilemma. Just wait and see. Okay, I will warn you, the next bit is not British comedy. We do not do jokes like he does. Oh, good lord. What is that stinky, sweet smell? Is there a fruitcake somewhere around here? Ah, I believe the scent you detected is my cologne. My name is Desmond Sycamore, and I'd like to tell you a little joke in exchange for that egg. Go on. Once upon a time, there was a family of deer in a forest. A mother, a daughter, and a son. The mother deer was renowned for baking delicious cakes, and she would make them for all the other animals in the forest. Everyone talked about what a lovely family they must be, so kind and giving. One day, though, the mother deer caught a cold, so she asked the sun to go out and deliver the treats in her place. The sun agreed, picked up the basket filled with goodies, and left the house. His first stop was a house belonging to a family of rabbits. The rabbit family had never met the boy. They welcomed him in, saying that, knowing his mum, he must be a lovely boy indeed. They sat down, and to the rabbit's surprise, the young deer began to scoff up all the cakes right in front of them. He then proceeded to smash up their home before darting off, shouting and screaming. Shocking behaviour! Needless to say, the animals of the forest learned an important lesson that day. You shouldn't judge a buck by its mother. What? Wise words. Didn't you say you had a joke to tell me? Lols. Well, you see, that bit at the end was the joke. It was a witty play on the common eye doing. Witty? What was witty about it? And here I had my hopes up because you smelled a bit like my favourite pudding. That didn't work. Perhaps these bunkins aren't sophisticated enough to comprehend my wit. I sense a stampering within the professor. I'm not surprised. It can't be a good feeling to have your joke fall flat like that. Anyway, this is like trying to get blood from a stone. Let's head back to the fish square and think things over. Okay, I'm going to have to save, because it's nearly gone over 25 minutes. Okay. We will continue this next time and see if Desmond has any more crappy jokes like that again.